Welcome, everyone. Noah here on the Dynamics Weekly newsletter and podcast. This is a special series of podcasts about Dynamic Communities Community Summit, which is a big conference scheduled for October 19th through the 23rd in Orlando, Florida. And here it is, the middle of July. Summer is well underway, and this will be October will be here in no time at all. So if you are thinking about going to Summit and you haven't registered, check out their website, SummitNA.com. There are a ton of presenters that are coming down to share with you the knowledge about their services, the products that Microsoft is rolling out for Dynamics, a lot of great educational content. There's also academy classes that are offered. If you like classroom training environments, this is a great opportunity for that. Academy has classes that start even the week before Summit and the weekend before, and there's a few after Summit as well. So same website. Just keep in mind that there are two registrations on that same website. One is for Summit, gets you to all the access for the sessions during the week, Expo Hall, all that good stuff. And if you want to take a class, that's an additional registration for the Academy classes. We'll be talking with Academy class and session presenters leading up to the conference. And today, on our 37th interview, these have really flown by, we have Lynn Glatt with us. Lynn, how are you doing today?
Good afternoon. Yeah, so I'm wonderful. I'm out of St. Louis here. It's a little hot and humid, but great day to be making hay. So it's
Awesome.
yeah, so I do a little farming here and been in agriculture for quite a long time, but it is a background of once you get through school doing plastics and aerospace and high-tech electronics, but it is an amazing transformation as I was involved in the community summit that was out of St. Louis in 2013, and to see that grow from 300 people that were on the BC kind of split out at that time, and it was NAV, and then see AX transform into F&O and supply chain. Oh, it's just amazing. And now these days, all the AG, agent and co-pilot features that are coming alive in all these solutions, it's a great time to be willing to learn and grow your body of knowledge.
They are. Microsoft is rolling out a lot of products for the Dynamics field and a lot of great topics that people are covering during Summit. And for everybody's listening, Lynn and I chatted a little bit before we started the recording about him being up north. I'm way down here in Florida and Pensacola, and he would take his family to vacations down here in Gulf Shores, Alabama, not too far from where I live now. So close to home there for me.
Yeah,
And,
that was a
and
great
Lynn, you should do
experience to
that
get to.
again.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. My children are now grown, but it's wonderful to take the grandkids back and have their
Exactly.
experience of crab, hunting on the beach with a little net and trying to catch those snow crabs. And oh, it's really neat. So wonderful area, wonderful experience for my family.
It's awesome. I agree. It's a great place to come on vacation. So everybody, if you get a chance, come on down this way and give it a vacation. Well, Lynn, you are listed as a dynamic senior managing architect at Covenant Technology Partners, and I see you've been in this field for about 30 years. I'm not sure if you've been with Covenant for 30 years.
No, just the last 3 years. Been a wonderful
Okay.
experience, but I've been in industry for the first 25 years and then started to take that journey into consulting and working in agriculture with specifically row crop farming. And then I just found a niche working for partners, trying to marry the cutting edge technology that, Microsoft has always been providing, but then marrying that to an industry that I have grown with and have always seen have that appetite for a good ERP solution. Yeah.
And I see you've got you've listed all of the Dynamics ERP solutions as far as the ones that you work with. So
Right.
that's a big field there to cover.
Isn't it? Yeah, so it's always interesting because when you hear somebody call in and they say, "Yes, I want a new ERP solution. I've heard Dynamics is a wonderful product." I'm like, "Okay, are you looking for the F&O suite of products? Are you looking for the
Yeah.
BC suite of products?" And so really educating them on that, what does Dynamics mean? And what type of solution are they looking for? And that's kind of a lot of where ERP vision and values comes in, very helpful to try to give them a distinction there, you know?
It is. A lot of people, they don't know all the products because it's hard to consume all that data and analyze which ones are best for your type of business. So people like you to come in and help them sort through all that information is an amazing asset to help them in that process.
Yeah, and the community summit has been so helpful to me having all of the peers that go down there, and you might be sitting at lunch, you might be sitting just in the hallway, reading through what next session's going to be, and you catch a conversation that's going on, and all of a sudden they start disclosing different features that they may have turned on or may have thought about slightly differently. And the educational experience there is just amazing. So if anybody is a first time on the fence, should you go and embrace the whole experience. Every session is fantastic, and the opportunity to meet during lunch and evening events makes it really pretty special.
Right. I mean, those are the two big things that I see from these conferences like this size: the education value of those conferences, and the networking. So those two things really contribute to a person's career path and knowledge in this field.
Yes, exactly. And once you go back three or four times, there's always somebody you run into that may have worked at a certain company, may have moved on, or may still be working there. But it's that connection that gives you excitement again because it's, what have you been up to recently? What have you been working on? And collaborating together on different ideas. It's really pretty special.
Hmm. And Lynn, you and I have been going to summits for a long time now. You said your first one was 2013. I can't remember the first year I went,
Yeah.
but I'm sure you and I have been to plenty of them. Did you go
Yes.
last year?
I did. That was my first year speaking. Um,
Oh,
and so I had talked with my company, Covenant, saying, what a great opportunity to share, to get out there in the community and just give back what you've learned over the time, but also continue that learning experience and creating that partnerships that are there with, maybe it's somebody in a booth somewhere that brings up a product that would be a great ISV solution, or it's just, another partner, but you're talking about some of the same, objectives that you're trying to work through. So it's always
mhm.
quite good.
And Lynn, you've got two sessions that week. You've got one on Tuesday, one on Thursday. So maybe we'll discuss this to everybody for the first one on Tuesday, the 21st. It's at 8:30 in the morning session. And the title of it is Less Manual Work. I'm all for that. The Real Benefits of Shifting Sales Online. So let me bring up the details with that and let you talk about some highlights from that for us.
Yeah, so Covenant and Dynamic Web are co-speaking here, and Chris Marcus, she is a wonderful person to work with. She is so knowledgeable and has just been a treat ever since we've kind of started working together. And so we talked about, this would be a great opportunity to bring together a level one or a 101, um, so that you can see how orders can be put into what is, a, a great solution from Dynamics Web, but bringing those sales orders online and how it can integrate back to the back office system, so Business Central, and update inventory and update the orders and take real time, transactions and be able to safeguard with security. And that's such a big area of focus nowadays is it's not only having an online presence, but it's having the security to keep everybody that comes there safe, be able to experience that for the client or the customer's website, but then walk away with feeling safe and that it was presented so good. Dynamics Web does a great job with that. And so we're always happy to partner with them. They're one of the top tier shelf, solutions there and for an online marketplace. And I think we're going to have a really good session. So I look forward to meeting everybody that comes there. And, hopefully they come away with a better understanding of how that integrating online orders to Business Central can really work seamlessly, and then how the operational efficiencies can be had. And it's always about getting down to the ROIs, but we'll have some real world examples there and showcase what some of those returns are. And so I look forward to it.
And I see under sessions there it's listed for Business Central and F&O. So
Yes.
both those ERPs are listed along with CRM as well.
Yeah, so it really
Something I
can hook up.
haven't noticed. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. It's all right.
Something that I had not noticed on the other sessions I've covered so far is this recorded option. It's recorded for on demand. So are they going to record you as you present and then publish that for viewing later as well?
They are. That's kind of
Okay,
exciting. I've got to look my best.
awesome.
I better get a little tan and new pair of glasses.
Uh-huh. Awesome.
Oh, shoot. But no, that'll be quite good. And Chris is such a great speaker. So the crowd that will participate, not only will they be part of the recording, but Chris does a fabulous job, and so I think they'll be well informed and entertained with our session.
Good. That is going to be on Tuesday morning, 8:30, everybody. So the title, Less Manual Work, The Real Benefits of Shifting Sales Online. And then you have a second session that week on Thursday, the 23rd. The title is Inventory Control, Mastering Inventory Accuracy and Controlling the Costing Layers Aided by Agents.
Yeah, and it's always been at the heart. I've always been in manufacturing, and inventory control is a heart of keeping the inventory accurate, understanding, are you running on a standard cost, you running on FIFO, or maybe even average cost, and it's understanding how each of those different types of costing method affect how the system is working. And there's quite a few over the years, clients that they say they want to go FIFO, but then what they really want is average costing. And so they don't understand that. So I presented this last year and it was well received and had a breakout session over the winter that had a discussion about this same area. And I try to incorporate and weave in some of the real life examples that I've had over the years. Everything
Hmm.
from, the financial folks coming to learn where the inventory is at and what accuracy it has, and maybe how to decouple, a warehousing activity that does cycle counting, and then bring that adjustment to the financial part of the system, maybe on a weekly basis, and allow the ups and downs of finding or losing, inventory. And that's been very, very helpful. You know, had a past experience that a person that had been at a company for a lot of years just had the warehouse in complete disarray. And when we went in, we put new stripes down, new lines and everything, and tried to put it in a systematic order. And we found that that particular person had a photographic memory. He could find
Mm,
anything in the disarray. And when we organized it, we found out that he had a difficulty in reading, and it was challenging for him. And so by
hmm
with that, we found a way to incorporate images onto a pick list so that because he had that photographic memory, he could see then the image and he would know automatically where to go and find it. But when he looked at the words, it was a difficult challenge. And so bringing those real world examples to the presentation seemed to help last year. They really liked that. So I'll do that again this year.
Well, hey, just hearing that short story here on this interview, this podcast with you, is an amazing a story. So yeah, by all means, I'm sure your audience there would love to hear that story.
Yeah,
And it's really amazing what we find out there in the field as we go out there and we work with all these different people.
exactly. And trying once you dig past some of the discomfort of why they don't want to embrace or they're reluctant to change, it really is unfolding what they might have as an insecurity or you know, a disability in a way. And it was wonderful. He had that gift of having that photographic memory, and it was taking advantage of that to make it into a positive, not only for him, but for others that could envision how that image on the report really helped them. So, yeah, quite nice.
You should invite that person on interviews with you and a session at Summit too.
Yeah, yeah, right, good. Yeah, for sure.
So I see
No.
where it says embrace Copilot agents. Are you big on that lately?
Oh boy, are we? So Covenant really is in that transformation and bringing Copilot, and creating agents that actually walk through a process. It might be in the
hmm
supply chain, it could be in, the manufacturing. But I really see the transformation that within 5 years, I'll say 50% of the work that you do manually, doing research from emails to calling a vendor to updating a production order out on the floor to then fulfilling an order, that's all going to be automated through agents and the evolution of, they yesterday they had uh, Microsoft had a session for the first part of the new year for them, and they're calling this the frontier age. And you think of that as back to maybe the wagons and the horses, but we're evolving so quickly now that yes, while it's a frontier, this AI journey, we can almost transform to an industrial age and then, a high tech age within a few years instead of taking the 100 years that the Industrial Revolution took. And
Yep.
so I just see that being something that I will focus on for everybody that I can speak to, because it's like seeing the World Wide Web when I was in college in the early 80s and seeing how, university to university talk to each other, and then evolving to I'll say it was the 2400 baud rate upload speed of a web
Yep.
page, and then see how it's evolved over the years. This is
Uh-huh.
evolving in front of us and it's going to affect everyone. So the sooner everybody jumps on board, the better for their longevity working and
I agree.
growing in that space.
Yep. Join the wave and learn the benefits and enjoy the benefits.
Yeah, enjoy the benefits. That's exactly right. So many.
So
so
Yep.
many people that, they want to see the agents and then they want to engage them, but then they kind of lose sight, or maybe the effectiveness doesn't really unfold. And that's part of that mission. When you engage that agent, it's going to give you information. And if you can get that to give you accurate information back, you're going to be light years ahead in uh, alleviating burdens on your everyday, stressful work, to getting this accurate information passed through the whole supply chain.
Definitely. And I see categories list this as Business Central / Nav. The
Right.
track is for inventory,
It is.
and you are presenting this one solo. No co-presenters for this one, huh?
No, it's just me, experiences, and some lighthearted humor, and together we'll have a great session. I really try to engage the group that's there. Love to hear, some of their challenges, and one's easy one, and you're on one side of the fence or the other, is do you allow inventory to go negative, or do you stop, and if a warehouse person can't find it, they can't drive it negative. They have to stop and do an inventory transfer or a cycle counting. And so it's
Hmm.
two sides of the fence. I've been on both, and boy, they are stark differences. So I love to ask the audience that and see their responses, because no matter what side you're on, you believe it wholeheartedly that no, no way should we drive it negative. And then other people are like, well, if we find it, yeah, it was obviously there somewhere. Drive it negative, and we'll
Uh-huh.
resolve the negatives and get it fixed by the morning. So that's always kind of a neat thing.
Awesome. Well, two great sessions there for you. That Tuesday morning at 8:30. It's titled "Less Manual Work: The Real Benefits of Shifting Sales Online." That one we just talked about Thursday, October the 23rd at 8:15 in the morning. That's the last day of Summit. Title for that one is Inventory Control: Mastering Inventory Accuracy and Controlling the Costing Layers Aided by Agents. So some great sessions there, Lynn. Quick question about if people have things they want to ask you before Summit or before and after your sessions, do you have a preferred method of contact?
Yeah, so my email is lglatt at mailctp.com. That'll get me to my work. Or you could look me up on LinkedIn, and I have a little uh, companies for Covenant. I do a series called Farmer's Corner, and how Dynamics is transforming the ERP solution area and how it can help each of them. So if you want, please look that up, and love to hear from you.
Is that a podcast you've got going with that last one?
No, I just write some articles and kind of do this on a monthly basis, or if I'm speaking, I've had the blessing to have quite a few sessions to speak at here over this last year. I don't know, maybe done
Hmm.
12 or so, and it's really been a
That's a good
wonderful
many.
experience. Yeah.
And I didn't see a booth for Covenant. Is there one?
No, there won't be. There'll be a few of us coming there. And so, yeah, look me up if you get a chance, and love to meet, or even if they have some questions, be glad to sit down with them in between any open time. I know it's a full book agenda. So, but if there is some time, I'd be glad to talk with them. Or I'm going to be working at
Awesome.
the help booth as well, so can bring that up at any time there.
Oh, good. So you'll be at the Tech Medic Center
I
desk?
will. Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't realize they had already taken registrations for that. I'll have to look that up and sign up as well.
Yeah. Kind of a neat thing. I
Um,
enjoyed that last year. I happened to work
yep.
with Eric last year, Hogart, and he really really it kind of got me exposed to the idea of helping people there. And boy, do you get bombarded when a session is out and you get all kinds of different kind of questions, but it's kind of exciting because everybody is jazzed on their particular focus area. And if we can help them, you know what, it's really a nice experience. There's a team of
Yep.
people there that can always help.
Awesome. All right. Well, we are sharing a lot of great information with everybody today. And a big tip is, sessions like these for you. You've got two of those during Summit. If people are planning to go to Summit, go ahead and scope out these sessions, decide which ones you're going to go to, because if you wait and try to scope out your schedule when you get there, there's so many sessions. It's really, really hard to decide where to go.
Yeah, exactly. It's
So
so true. That app is
I think that's
amazing to try to help focus somebody's discipline area and uh, and
yep.
kind of highlight that. So for sure,
So they'll
I
have
agree.
the website's up now. It's got the sessions, the presenters, all the schedules up there. I haven't seen the mobile app yet. I checked it yesterday. I don't think it wasn't available then, but have you seen it?
I have not. No, not yet. But I
Okay.
every year they have really a good one, so I know that reassured it'll be there. But for right now, they'll
Yep.
just have to stay tuned.
Yep. Well, hey, Lynn, thanks for joining me today. It is always great to share with our audience news about upcoming events like Summit and information from presenters such as yourself. And to all of our listeners out there, if you get a chance, networking is such a big part of these conferences. you know, try to reach out and meet up with Lynn while you're down there. Shake his hand, let him know who you are, because networking is important. That way, when you go back to your office and you have problems, you're like, oh, Lynn's the guy that handles this thing that I'm trying to tackle at my office, and you'll know
Exactly.
who to email, who to contact.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not a normally a very outgoing person, and yet I find such a great benefit of taking that courage and going and actually feeling outside of your comfort zone and talking with people about common problems because they all have the same thing. And so that networking is amazing. So I definitely encourage anybody to do that. Noah, thank you so much for
Definitely.
having me on. You have a wonderful day.
You too, Lynn. Thank you so much. We'll see you in Orlando.
All right. See you then. Bye now.